Hey everybody, Tom Bartis, stories from the 78 and the 78 going to Cleveland. And I have my friend Molly here to talk about this new space that she opened in an area called Hingetown in Cleveland. How you doing, Molly?
I'm doing great, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing well. So before we get started with your business, which I think is fantastic, and that's why I wanted to talk to you, you're in Cleveland. Cleveland, a lot like in other Midwestern cities, where there's neighborhoods within neighborhoods, connecting different neighborhoods to different parts. So explain Hingetown really quick, and then we'll get to the business that you open because I think it's an important business in a great, redeveloped area of Cleveland.
Yeah, exactly. Hingetown is in the Ohio City neighborhood of Cleveland, which is just to the west over the Cuyahoga River in Cleveland. And Hingetown is named that because it's the hinge between downtown Cleveland and the near west side, the Detroit Shoreway Arts District. And it was redeveloped about 10 years ago, and it's become an enclave of small businesses and just a great pe neighborhood full of young people and just very walkable. I have dogs that walk past my window all day. It's the best dog watching. So it's just become this really cute, art-centered, fun neighborhood.
And it's changed, I'm guessing, over the years, just like a lot of cities, a lot of people going back to the cities, wanting to be in a community, and very much like in Chicago or even Detroit now, Cleveland, you know, neighborhoods, connecting neighborhoods where you have these little subcultures of people, and Hingetown's one of them, and creates this very inviting space where you have Verbena, which is I'll let you explain it just because I don't want to step on the toes of the owner. So go for it.
Sure. So Verbena Free Spirited is Cleveland's first space that's dedicated to non-alcoholic drinks. So by day, we're a coffee tea shop, and then in the evening, we're a full dry bar. So we offer craft cocktails that just don't happen to have any alcohol in them. And then we have a full, we call it an NA bottle shop. So we've got a big wall full of retail where you can purchase all the different products that we use in our drinks. And many of these products are new out in the last few years. And that's the whole reason we opened the shop is because most of them are not available anywhere locally. So we have people that are coming in to check out the products, see what's new, and then they can try the products in one of our great drinks.
Right, and this is something pretty new to a lot of cities is having non-alcoholic bars. And I don't. Do you call them bars then? I'm not sure. I'm
I call it a dry bar. Yeah. I
dry
mean,
bar. That's right. That's what you
it
put on. Yeah,
the
on the side.
vibe
Got
is very much like a bar. We have a bar, people sit at the bar. The presentation is like a cocktail, and we're open until 8 p.m. Wednesday through Sunday, and then on Friday and Saturday we stay open till 10. So we're not open quite as late as a traditional bar, but it's definitely the same kind of feel.
Did I read that the space also was a former space of like was it a tea house or something like that? And you carry on some of that tradition by the offerings that you have currently in your space.
That's right. It was this beloved tea shop called Cleveland Tea Revival. And we worked with them. They closed in January, and basically we purchased their physical business. So we kept their existing food and drink menu. So during the day from 8 to 3, most of what Cleveland Tea Revival was offering, we still have on the menu. And then at 3 o'clock, that's our cutoff. We transition from our day menu to our night menu, and then it becomes the bar atmosphere. And Cleveland Tea Revival still exists. They just are online offering their tea. You can buy their tea on their website, and they have fabulous tea. We use their tea in our drinks, and pretty soon we'll be offering to sell that in the store as well.
Sounds like a lot of fun, and the space itself and the neighborhood that it's in. You mentioned that it was redeveloped, some 10 years ago. And Cleveland, I've been there a couple times. I mean, you got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you have the Guardians and the Browns, of course, and a lot of other things. There's another neighborhood in there. I want to say it's called the Landing, but that's probably not it. I'm probably getting my cities
The
confused.
flats, yeah, the
The
flats.
flats, that's it. Yes, yes, yes. But
Yeah.
so in terms of where your space is to the downtown area or like where people go to see the lights, because I know you do like Christmas lights and stuff like that downtown. Is it a walkable thing, and how does that whole thing work?
It's fairly walkable. So, as I mentioned, we're just to the west of downtown on the other side of the Cuyahoga River. And there's a bridge, a Detroit Shoreway Bridge that is walkable. So if you were downtown in the middle of Public Square where they have the big lights display, I think it's probably about a mile walk over
Oh
that
yeah.
bridge and you'd get into Ohio City. And Ohio City is famous on West 25th Street. There is where the West Side Market is. So it's a very famous public market here in Cleveland. A lot of people come to town to see that. And then the West 25th Strip has it's been redeveloped for a while. It's got a lot of different breweries. It's home to Great Lakes Brewery, Mitchell's
I've had
Ice
that.
Cream, which is like wonderful Cleveland made ice cream, is made right there on West 25th. And you can like look through the windows and watch them making the ice cream. So West 25th is a really cool strip. And then we're just a few blocks over on West 29th, up at the north end of Ohio City. And yes, it's just a very, very walkable neighborhood. And there's tons to do within Hingetown itself. It's this really concentrated neighborhood. Right next to us is the newly opened Vitrolite building, which has Harness Cycle, which is a cycling studio, and Soul Yoga, which is an awesome yoga studio. Just catty corner to me in the old firehouse that was redeveloped, there's Rising Star, which is a great local coffee roaster, and Larder, which is a James Beard Award winning delicatessen. And then right next to me is Beet Jar, which is this great vegan grocery smoothie, fresh juice spot. So there's just a
A
lot to,
lot.
and
Yeah,
that's
there's a
just
lot
like
happening there.
just touching on a few things in this like very small neighborhood. Um, it's really awesome.
So you mentioned the Cuyahoga River, and I am a huge fan. Don't roll your eyes at me, please, but I'm a huge fan of the movie Major League and that whole opening scene. They sing about the Cuyahoga River rolling into Cleveland, the whole thing. So, the beloved baseball team in Cleveland is still very much a thing there for sure. Among other things to see there, Molly, I can't wait to come and check this out. It sounds like a wonderful place. Run through your hours really quick and the website again.
Yeah, so we're open Wednesday through Sunday, 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, we keep the bar open until 10 p.m. And our Instagram is at Verbena Free Spirited, and the website is verbenafreespirited.com. And the Instagram is the best way to keep up with all the different events and things that we have going on. We have a book club that we're doing monthly, and then we have a seasonal menu. So our summer menu is about to be retired and moved to our fall menu. So we're doing a summer menu tasting here in September. And then we have a lot planned for Sober October, which is a big month. We're hoping we can draw in a lot of new people that may be re-evaluating their relationship with alcohol as part of a community group, and doing that for a month in October.
Ah, that's fantastic. And I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you some of your signature cocktails.
Yeah.
Do we call them Sorry, I don't know. Cocktails, dry cocktails. What do we call
So the most common term is mocktails. I
them?
don't like that
Mocktails. Thank
because it
you.
sounds
But
fake, or like you're not getting something great. And our drinks are fabulous, and
okay,
you'll never miss the alcohol once you taste them. I call them free spirited cocktails.
okay.
And our signature drink is called La Verbena, and we make that with a functional spirit called a plo, a rise, and that's this really great, very botanical spirit, and it's infused with adaptogens, so they make you feel great. It tastes great. It's good for you. It makes you feel great. And we combine that with an iced jasmine tea from Cleveland Tea Revival that I mentioned earlier, and we sweeten it slightly. So that's really fabulous. For those people that are looking for something that's more like a traditional cocktail they're used to tasting, we have
Hmm.
something called a new fashioned, which is our take
Ah,
on an old fashioned.
I see
And
what you did there.
yeah, there's a great product called Spiritless Kentucky 74, and basically they take a whiskey and they take it through another distillation process to remove the alcohol, so it smells and tastes a lot like the real thing. So we can make a great new fashion. Or if someone wanted like our take on a Pim's cup, which is a traditional like daytime low alcohol drink that you would drink in London. We have a version of that too using Seedlip, which is that's been a popular brand. It's pretty readily available. So we use that and combine it, and we make a great drink that we call the Crown.
Ah, fantastic. Well, again, Molly, thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you in Hingetown.
Sounds great. Thanks for talking to us.